Once again, the gods and the goddesses have given us another day to become better men, better women, better husbands, better wives, better fathers, better mothers. My positive thought for today, really kind of a simple word: rise. You know, each in Wotanism and Odinism, when we study it and we really meditate and contemplate on its teachings, we see that everything that was handed to us was meant for us to rise. It was meant for us to become great. And one of the ways that we begin our path to greatness and begin our path on rising is to practice what it is that we come up with, to practice what it is that we believe in. And one of those things, and one of the good ways of doing it, is creating rituals that work for us. We can get caught up in the mindset that we can't create our own rituals. We can't get up and create our own ways in which to draw closer to the gods. And one of the unique factors about our way of life and all the lore and stuff that is handed to us is that there is nothing set in stone. Bloats, symbols, meditations, how we approach the runes, none of this stuff was set in stone. What happens is that focus spark within us wants to learn. It wants to draw closer to the gods and the goddesses. And it wants to be unique. This was one of the things that most of us who embrace Wotanism and Odinism fail to understand, is that each one of us is unique. Each one of us will worship the gods and the goddesses in our own way. And I've stated this before, and I don't think that me or people who have come before me or after me will be able to stress this enough. But we must make the myth, and we must make our belief in the gods and the goddesses a living reality. In order for us to rise, we must create a reality around the gods and the goddesses. We must begin to create our own form of worship, create our own form of communicating with the gods. Because my way might not be the way that works for you. My way might not be the key that unlocks the doors for communication. So let's not be scared to create our own path or our own doorway to the gods and the goddesses. Make it your own. It's yours. My way of doing things might not be the way that's good for you. And I've said this before, all these books that we read on how to do the runes, how to perform bloats and all this is good. But at some point, make it your own. Create your own path. Create your own method. And by doing this, you will learn that the gods and the goddesses open up the communication. You know, just an example, you can go to different tribes and different kindreds, and you can see where there is a slight element from books and stuff, but most of it is from what they have created, what works for them. So my positive thought is rise, elevate yourself, use your own mind, in which to communicate with the gods and the goddesses. And don't use somebody else's. In many cases, we become slaves within the very walk that was meant to free our minds. And I honestly believe that once we start on the path of rising and evolving, that wokenism and Odinism will become more personal to us. It will become more mirror, so to speak. You know how you can look in a mirror and you can see your reflection? Well, look in the mirror of your soul. Look in the mirror of your own thoughts and see that greatness that lies there. You know, eliminate yourself from multiculturalism. Eliminate yourself from universalists. Stop following behind everybody that claims that they have the monopoly, on this way of life. And make it your own. Make it an essence that works for you. With that said, Helsa, as always, hold the heathen hammer high. And have a nice day.